Why I'm telling you to find someone for yourself before your hair get white. Now Jungkook is getting married too. I always thought you two will make a couple, but because of you, it's never happened. The voice stopped on the other side of the phone after giving lecture on getting married. It's like a daily dose to Ryan that pissed her to the core, but her mother never going to tired. She kept telling her to get married as she turned 23. Ryan stayed silent, hearing her mother's murmurs and heavy sighs. Yeah, we become enemies. By the way, I am in Jungkook's party mob. And to be honest, I'm feeling so great because now he will got a real troublemaker for his whole life. Gosh, that Minnie is really something. She stayed on the call with a smirk just to piss her mother more. Don't curse them, they are going to get married soon, you brat. She scolded while Van scoffed, shaking her head in disbelief. Mom, you were always so wise. Do you and Auntie Hannah exchange your babies when me and that Jungkook was small kids? I feel like that way because you never support me even though you always bully me. Now I'm not going to talk with you. Bye. She hung up the call without listening her mother's side, knowing what she was going to say, and she will sure going to speak from Jungkook's side. Why I came here? I don't want to see them. She rolled her eyes before sipping on her juice just then her secretary came to her, holding a big bouquet in her hands. Ma'am, here is a flower. Let's congratulate them now. She said as Ryan glared the flowers, then looked at Minji. Thanks, Minji. Thank you so much. She greeted her dates while Minji laughed awkwardly. Ma'am, don't be angry on me. I bought this because I don't want anyone think something else. Media is all over the place. Do you want to give them latest news for morning? She asked and prayed. Ryan understood her situation and stopped glaring at her because Ryan was the one who didn't bought anything before coming in Jungkook's party. It was an exclusive success party where whole business world was invited and Jungkook was introducing his fiancée to them and she was telling them that they were going to marry next week. Vine was also very well known personality in fashion world. She was a famous designer, but Jungkook and Vine was not in good terms. They were childhood enemies. Now everyone got to know about this, but they always cover up because it will affect their careers. The two families were close friends, and that's the reason Vine and Jungkook ended up facing each other. As Vine made her way towards Jungkook and his fiancée, Minji followed her with the bouquet. Just when Jungkook's and Vine's eyes meet, they start throwing glares to each other, while a wide grin never leaves from Jungkook's lips. Congratulations, Mr. June. She quickly came in between them and handed the bouquet to Minnie with a smile, but her smile faded, seeing Minnie's fake smile and the way she passed the bouquet to her assistant. She's a real, so fake, Minji thought. Oh, I thought you will not come and give a lame excuse like as usual. He said while smirking and before when he was alone with Minnie. He wasn't even smiling but seeing while he came into his real self. Shut up and congratulations to you too. She forced a smile at Minnie, who smiled widely. Thank you so much for coming, Miss Kim. You made my day. And look, I wore one of your latest designs. She chimmed as Vine again forced a smile. Jungkook bought this one, she said while sliding her hand on Jungkook's arm. Minji rolled her eyes. Yes, because you can't afford our designs. She murmured slowly. Did you say something? She asked as she saw her lips moving. Minji laughed. Oh, I was saying that you are looking gorgeous, she said with a forced smile. I wish she made you bankrupt soon. While whispered looking at Jungkook, she can't even she want to. And you know that's so hard. He slowly replied and smirked when Van glared him because of that sweetheart. Are you jealous, huh? Van scoffed and looked at him with a grin. Not even in your dreams, you donkey. Van whispered back, and after rolling her eyes, she walked away while Jungkook chuckled. His eyes stuck on Van. Wherever she go, whomever she talked and laughed, his eyes were glued on her, like he was memorizing her every move last time. Her white dress, making her look more stunning. The dress, perfectly fitted on her cuffs, and her silk black hairs that she curled cascaded on her bare back. Every eye follows her when she moves here and there to meet someone. She was definitely different from every woman present in his party. He can easily find her from afar in a crowd because she didn't wear black as the theme was black, but she never follows any rules. That thing made her different and unique from others. The next morning, Ryan woke up with a severe headache. Her hand automatically reached her temple as she massaged lightly, adjusting herself in a comfortable position on the soft mattress and his as she felt a bit ache in her legs muscles paining slightly like she do some exercise but she didn't remember anything that happened last night. Maya sat on the bed and leaned on the headboard just when she realized it was not her room. That made her eyes full wide open in shock. The reality hit her like electric current. Her body vibrated with a terrifying shock as she watched her left side someone sleeping on his stomach. His bare upper body was bare and the rest was wrapped in sheets. Her eyes stuck on his back. There was all over his back, like someone so rightfully. Her nail marks the evidence of what happened last night, and the more she scanned, the more she got frustrated because the man was Jungkook she claimed as her and lose her to her enemy, or maybe something more than that, because enemies can kill, not make love. You idiot! Didn't found someone else better than him? She scolded herself, biting her lips in nervousness, but deep down she knew he was better and best choice because what if there was someone else? She will be doomed. It's okay, just disappear and nothing will happen because who is going to tell him? She thought and a slow whimper left her mouth. One covered her mouth to prevent her voice as she stretched out her leg towards the floor silently, slowly, and carefully. Not to waking up and disappear from the room was her only motive. Her body tried due to the workout, but she managed. She picked her clothes and slipped into it before rushing out of the room like a penguin while Jungkook was sleeping, not aware of anything. Don't even remember what happened and with whom uh, how I ended up in another hotel room. Who took me there? I didn't even remember a bit. He grabbed his hair in frustration as he leaned on his desk, trying to remember a bit, but he only remembered that he started feeling dizzy after his fiancée gave him her orange juice. That's all he knows and remember. And when he tried to ask Minnie, she started complaining in return, saying where he disappeared and why he wasn't answering her calls or messages, where he was all night. If he knows what had happened, he will not contact her in the first place. But it was a big relief for Jungkook that the girl was not Minnie. Home, he spent the night and found a stain on the sheet that proves that the girl was. Hello, Jack. Do you know where I was last night? And did you saw someone with me with whom I left the party? He dialed his secretary number and waited for his answer patiently. While Jack was confused, after some seconds later he replied that he didn't saw him. I'm really sorry, Mr. Juna. I was a bit tipsy. I don't know how it happens, you know. I only drink soft drinks. He was stuttering as he was feeling scared and nervous because it was his responsibility to care of him. Jungkook sighed heavily, rubbing his forehead. He was sure Minnie did this so she could frame a scene with him and he never stepped back and killed and took the responsibility, but it didn't happen. It's okay, Jack, but can you manage to bring me footages of last night party? I will talk to the manager about it. You just have to pick the pen drive, he said while Jack assured him he will complete his task. Jungkook hung up and leaned back on his chair as he exhaled heavily, trying to remember something, anything that could help him to find that girl, but how much he tried, his head hurt the more. On the other hand, Vine was looking outside of the glass window in her office, lost in her deep thoughts. Maybe Jungkook did this, but why and how could he do that? He was not going to do that. It was not a small thing, she thought, and closed her eyes. He was stumbling and murmuring when he appeared in front of me, and I just helped him to sit in the car. Then, how I ended up with him? Who the messed up here? Vine's brows narrowed frustratingly, eyes still closed. Just and Minji enters in Vine's office, interrupted her thoughts. Ma'am, here is your coffee. Vine took the cup, placed it on the table while Minji noticed a change in her behavior. Are you not feeling well today? Should I delay the meeting? We can do this. Don't worry about Mrs. Shin. She's a cooperative woman. Minji said as one sign. No need to delay, Minji. I am just tired. I will be okay. She replied lazily as her head and body was still hurting. How he went, that stupid beast. I am still, she thought, looking down at her legs. Then something hit her mind. She looked towards Minji. Where were you last night? She suddenly asked me. Minji, taken aback, she gulped and looked down at her feet, made want to raise her brows. I asked something, Minji. I passed out in one of the hotel room when I went to wash my face because she sobbed as she looked at Ryan, not knowing how to tell her that she was drunk. Because you were drunk, right? Minji slowly nodded. How? You were with me all the time and I didn't saw you drinking alcohol then. Minji gulped as she looked everywhere but Ryan. I mixed it in my juice. Her voice more like a whisper while Ryan nodded, looking at it, amused, but then her eyes widened when she realized she drank Minji's drink. What the hell, Minji? I drank your drink. Oh god, why didn't you tell me before? She asked in shock. Like you will let me drink if I told you my trick. Minji spoke while Ryan coughed bitterly. Everything messed up, Minji, she whispered, yelled, and threw her head back while pinching her bridge of her nose. What mess are you talking about? She asked confusedly, her voice filled with concern. Like you will fix it. I lost my to my enemy. She whispered the last part that Minji couldn't hear. Just leave me alone and now let me know before if you do this type of things. She said as Minji nodded multiple times before running out of the room. Please God, never let him remember anything, I beg you. She prayed, joining her hands together. The 2 days passed in a blur. The two still not get over from the night, while one was now feeling heartbroken because she knows whom she was with. The part of her heart aching. She was feeling upset as Jungkook's wedding day was getting closer. The worried feelings for him again started to breathe in the air, and in a way she can't hide anymore, not to herself. The thought of seeing him with another girl as his wife was killing her. Meanwhile, Jack finally knocked on Jungkook's office door and entered after hearing come in. The footage was in his hand. The process took 1 day because the manager only take out Jungkook's footage as he can't invent another privacy. Did you got the pen drive? He asked calmly, but he was getting impatient to know to find that girl because he was so surprised as how he lost his control. He can't do that to any other woman until he have romantic feelings for her. That's why he never touched Minnie, how much he tried to trap him. Yes, here it is. He extended the pen drive and immediately hides it back in his pocket when Minnie suddenly burst inside the office. Jungkook sighed frustratingly and got up, knowing the reason very well why Minnie was here. Look, honey, I am on time. Let's go and get our marriage registration done. She smiled as she clung on his arm while Jungkook clenched his fists. Jack, be careful, he whispered slowly after passing by him, while Jack nodded, knowing the small pen drive holds his and his family's years of reputation. Jungkook was not happy with the marriage, but he was born in a condition of his father, as he was not transferring Jungkook's grandfather's shares until he got married because the transfer process needs his father's signatures. After his father's approval, Jungkook will get all his grandfather's shares. Mr. Jones suggested him to get married to Wyan, but he refused as he thought she don't like him. He didn't want to get rejected, but he didn't know his father will bond him with Minnie. She was Mr. Jones' friend's daughter. Mr. Van and Minnie was behind his money and fame. She was a model, but no one knows her like they do now until she became Jungkook's fiancée. And most famous companies offer her. She was nothing without him, without his name. Jungkook and Minnie walk inside the registration hall. The employee who was appointed to guide them asked for their documents and went inside for the procedure. While Jungkook felt nothing. He was going to end this marriage as soon as he got the share transferred to his name. It was his only simple and easy plan. That's why he didn't care about it when Mr. June asked to marry Minnie. Minnie was just a pawn in his game. He wasn't excited like Minnie was because now everyone will recognize her as Mrs. June Jungkook. Only his name was enough for her because he held that power. Jungkook was sitting calmly. His thoughts kept drifting to Ryan. Maybe if Wine was in Minji's place. His heart will pound. He will feel excited or dreamed of their honeymoon. Just as a smile appeared on his lip, the employee walked out. June, you are already married. We can proceed further. You can't marry twice. His statement Jungkook's and Minnie's eyes widened in shock and surprise at the new and unpredictable news. They both stood up. What are you saying? Are you out of your mind? Jungkook, what is he even talking about? We've never got married before. It's our first time here. She said, almost losing her mind but controlled herself when Jungkook glared her. How is it possible? He asked, to the employee, hands still in his pockets and exterior calm like before. Sir, we checked your data. It's showing you are married but not with this miss. We can't tell you any information here. You have to come with me and check. Maybe there could be a misunderstanding. The employee said while Minnie's jaw dropped. Jungkook, don't tell me you cheated on me. We are going to get married, right? I don't know anything. Just go inside and clear out all the misunderstandings. Jungkook looked at her for a while before heading inside the office while Minnie dramatically sat on the chair fanning on her face with her hand. Some minutes later, Jungkook came out of the office. Now he was looking different. He was looking excited, the corner of his lips curled up in an unnoticeable grin, but he covered up his excitement with same cold expressions when Minnie runs towards him, ready to throw herself on him if he didn't stop her. Stop embarrassing me. I am a married man. You should not just throw yourself on me now. Minnie froze, her eyes widened. What? What are you saying? Are you out of your mind? We're supposed to get married today, she said, her voice filled with annoyance, while Jungkook raised his brow. We were supposed to, but now I am married already, so I can't marry twice. With whom? Who's that? Before she could finish, Jungkook glared her. That made her skin crawl. He looks scary when he gets angry. Don't you dare to say a word, and don't create any scene here. You can leave now. My driver will drop you wherever you want to go, he said, and without any other word, he walked out of the building with a wide smile. Who's that girl? Who dared to snatch him from me? I'm not going to leave you that easily, Jungkook. She grits her teeth, hands clenching into fists as she watched Jungkook disappear from her sight, leaving her.